This is the Brompton pump, nicely camouflaged against the boxes. Not that long ago, we made a video about this, the Brompton Zefal pump. It has been our trusty companion for thousands and thousands of kilometres, and do you know what? It's never fallen off. However, it seems lots of people have had problems with them, and Brompton must have listened. So, we have our shiny new Lezyne pump. This video is about the new aforementioned Brompton pump. The first section is about some alternatives to the old Brompton pump, like this one. We're then going to show you how to install the new pump with all of the bits that come with it, and then we're going to show you the features and how to use it. We've put the timestamps in the description of the video below, so you can skip to the bits that you're interested in and miss the bits you're not. When we made the video the last time, we had lots of questions about alternative pumps, so we started researching. One of the key criteria is that our pumps had to fit in our favourite Metro pouch. We found lots of people made them. We have the toe peak pump, which has a flexible hose which makes it easy to pump up little wheels. We have a nice pump by Crank Brothers, and our favourite pump is made by Lezyne for commensal. We bought it when we were in Canada, training, or actually just before the BC bike race. It's our favourite pump for our mountain bikes. And now, Brompton have teamed up with Lezyne to make their own pump, which I'm sure will also be awesome. It's lovely. So now, let's open it and see what's inside. There's a pump and the fixings. The fitting instructions for the pump fittings are contained inside its packaging. Our cameraman doesn't do instructions, so he said to get rid of them. Here are the start of the instructions. Here's some more instructions and more instructions and more instructions. We think to see them better, we'll flatten the box. And the instructions tell you to do so. Step 1 is to flatten the box. Well, we've kind of flattened it. It's kind of flat. We could jump up and down it if you want. That didn't make it any flatter. Made me feel better though. Step 1, remove your old Brompton pump by picking up and pulling it down. It's not in the instructions. The pump is going to install on the left-hand side of the bicycle as you're sat on it. The instructions tell you on the seat stay tube, which is this bit. The instructions also refer to the tension tube, which is this bit. Step 2, remove the left-hand side roller from the rear frame using a 4mm Allen key. We're not totally certain why you need to do this, but we thought maybe it was so that you could see it better when we install it. We're going to skip that step. Step 3, place mount A at the top end of the left seat stay tube, SST. Rest the cutout, which is shown in figure 1, on the top of the holder on the tension tube, TT, that's shown in figure 2. Secure it with the bracket, BRK, insert the screw, S, and tighten with a 3mm hex key to 1.5 Newton meters. This is the upper mount, and this is the lower mount. These are 2 brackets, they are the same, and these are 2 screws, they are also the same. So, if you've taken everything out of the packaging, how do you tell your upper from your lower mount? Well, the upper mount is longer. To show it to you clearly, we're going to explain using a rear triangle that isn't on the bicycle. The upper bracket goes against the seat stay tube and the tension tube. This small indent sits against the tension tube. Just like this. So, let's pop it on the bike. We're going to take the bracket out and pop that over the mount. And then we're going to get a screw, just one of the 2, obviously, and pop it into the mount. It needs a 3mm Allen key to do up the Allen bolt. I'm just going to make sure it's sat against the tension tube. And then you're only doing it up to 1.5 Newton meters. So it's not very tight. I can see that my mount is not against the tension tube, so I'm just going to adjust it so it's the right position. Note, for earlier bike models, the curved tension tube, do not use the cutout as reference. Rest the top edge of the mount in the middle of the tension tube TT bend. And next is why you don't throw the magic box C away. It might just look like a box to you, but to Brompton, it's their tape measure. Step 4. Place mount B on the lower section of the seat stay tube with the cavity facing mount A. Secure the mount with the bracket, BRK, and lightly tighten with the screw, S, so it has a bit of resistance. Use the cutout at the bottom of the important box C as reference to place the two mounts at the correct distance, 18 centimetres apart. Next, we're going to remove the pump mount lower and the bracket, and then the screw. He doesn't want to come out, shy. So that we can use our magic box as a tape measure. We're going to put the bracket and the mount onto the seat stay tube, just really loosely. When you put the mount on, you need to make sure the end that the pump can fit in is facing the other mount. Then just pop the bracket on. And then put the screw into the assembly. Then we're going to do it up loosely. So you could use the magic box C as a tape measure. It slots in between the mounts to make sure they're the right distance for the pump. The alternative method is to use the pump itself and pop it in place to make sure that you can get it into your bracket. Either will work fine. Step 5. Compress and place the pump between the two mounts. Handle upwards into mount A and ensure the pump is parallel to the seat stay tube by adjusting mount B if necessary. Then tighten the screw to 1.5 Newton meters to fix mount B in place. Push the seal, SL, up to the handle of the pump. Step 6. Refit the roller wheel and check if the pump and holder assembly is secure and does not contact any moving parts of the bike whilst riding or folding. The last step is to make sure it's not in contact with anything it shouldn't be. I can tell it's not. And then to make sure my bicycle folds properly. It's fine. It folds perfectly. Now I'm going to unfold it and take it for a ride to make sure it stays on. Well, it survived the unfold. Check back in a few weeks to see how we're getting on. We first met the new Lezyne Brompton pump with the 2022 Black Edition bicycles, and it came with the C-Line Brompton Electric. We also understand it will be available as an aftermarket accessory. It is compatible with all Brompton bicycles, including the Superlight and the Chapter 3 that don't have the braisings for the pump. This is our old bike, Blue. He uses a very, very old pump. The braisings are here and here, and it's not compatible with the old pump. However, the new pump mounts can go on here. We didn't fit it on this one because at the moment he looks a little bit tatty and needs some TLC. Let's have a look at the pump. It has the Brompton decal on one side and the triptych on the other. It's like an old-fashioned pump where the hose sits inside. It fits both Presta and Schrader valves, and it even tells you which one. This pump can pump up to 160 psi or 11 bar. I don't like my tyres that hard. This is our Brompton Electric. One of the problems that people have been having is pumping up their front tyre with the motor. So we think this should make it easier. We almost forgot. The new pump is about 10 grams lighter than the old pump, So for all you weight weenies, it'll be cheaper than buying some titanium parts. How to use your new Brompton Lezyne pump. Step 1. Remove the pump from the mounts by compressing the pump body away from mount B. That's the lower mount for anyone. Removed. 2. Unscrew the hose and remove from the pump handle. Step 3. Match Prester or Schrader valve with the correct end on the hose. We, like most Bromptoners, are using a Schrader valve. Thread opposite end of the hose into the pump. We want a Schrader. So we're going to put the Prester end into the pump. Step 4. Pump to inflate tyre. It's not going up. I think there might be a step missing. I'm going to put the pump onto the valve of the tyre. Step 5. Prester. Use button to release hose pressure and ease chuck removal. Schrader. Use button to adjust tyre pressure. It's shown in figure 6. Step 6. After use, ensure the hose is screwed back into the pump fully and the pump is engaged with the holder in the correct orientation with the seal, SL, pushed against the handle. Footnote: for Prester valves with a removable valve core, before use with the pump, remove the valve core and apply a small amount of thread locking compound to the valve core threads. Reinstall the valve core and secure tightly. If you like this video about the new Brompton pump, we'd really like it if you gave us a big thumbs up. Did we cover everything that you wanted to know about the new pump? Please comment in the comment section. That's below. If you want to see more of our videos, including us building our B75, which is now the wrong colour and actually the wrong name, please subscribe. So now, let's open it and see what's inside. How to surprise me, falling boxes on my head. The first section is about some alternatives. The first section is about some alternatives to the old Brompton pump. The first section is about some alternatives to the old. Hello. So, today we're going to fit the pump. It also has a removable hose, or an extendable hose. Oh, it's a removable hose. And then you connect it to the other side. We've just realised that box C looks like a shocked face. These are its 2 eyes and that's its shocked mouth. Quite cute. Place mount A at the top left. Sorry. We're going to pop. If you can't be bothered to fit the mounting bracket, then you could maybe pop it into your Metro pouch with the rest of the pumps. We were very glad we made this video, because we seem to have managed to lose all of our pumps. And now we've found them. And I'm not convinced he'll go in the Metro pouch. Maybe if I push him diagonally in the Metro pouch, he'll fit. We can confirm that he won't fit in the Metro pouch with any other friends. I don't think he'll go in the Metro pouch on his own. Maybe we need to try him in the waterproof pouch, or actually just fit the mountings. Step 1 is set aside the cardboard box C. End of video.